Well, I think it's officially been a year and 20 days since I've seen you guys last. How you guys doing? What's going on, YouTube? This feels a little weird. I'm a little nervous. I haven't picked up a camera in eons. Well, it feels like eons at this point. I hope you guys are well. You guys are probably, wondering what the hell happened to me. I'm still here, It sounds like I smoke 19 packs of Newports a day now because I'm constantly live on TikTok screaming at the top of my lungs and losing my voice. Since January of this year, I've lost 70 pounds. I weighed 328 pounds in January and I'm down to 260. So that's good. Dogs are well. I got a new car. Surprise! And for all of you guys saying that I go through cars like I change my underwear, I don't change my underwear every 8 months. I do change my underwear like every 5 or 6 days. But I did have my truck for 2 years. Probably one of the worst financial decisions I could have made was getting that truck because I lost $40,000 on that truck in 2 years. I was so upside down in the loan. I had to get out of it and I ended up getting something a little more fun, as I'm sure you guys can probably tell by the reveal video in the beginning of this vlog. I'm still living in Florida. The weather is beautiful today. I know elsewhere it's probably cold, maybe snowing. Sucks to suck. Just moved to Florida. I'm currently filming this as I'm sitting in the parking lot of Best Buy. I had to go inside and buy a memory card because I couldn't find any of my vlogging. So I picked up a memory card, recording in the car right now. I have been focusing on posting a lot more short form content. Most of it is car related. I know it's not going to be for everybody and it's probably not exactly what you guys followed me or subscribed for. But as time changes, as I'm getting older, my life is a lot less entertaining. I gotta, do laundry and dishes and just adult. My life is kind of boring. I've kind of been focusing on putting out a lot of short form car content. So if you guys don't have me on any other social media platform, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok, while it lasts, I don't know how much longer that's going to be around. Facebook, whatever. The links to all of my other social medias are in the description. If you guys could, please go pick me up there. I do have a roadmap kind of laid out for 2025, what I want to do. I'm not going to be daily vlogging again. I know, I'm sorry. Probably not what you guys wanted to hear, but I do want to focus on start pumping out some content on YouTube again. This is my biggest social media platform and I kind of hit a point where I was just really focused on live. Still going to be live streaming and stuff like that, but for 2025 I really wanted to lock back in the content creation side of things. So that's going to be my goal for this up and coming year. I also ended up picking up some new wheels for the Hellcat Durango recently. I ended up putting those on like 2 days ago. I had to get brand new TPMS sensors. I am keeping my stock wheels. Unfortunately, the place where I had the TPMS sensors put in, they were not able to reprogram them to the vehicles, so I have a TPMS light right now. The itinerary today is going to be trying to get some vlog content. I do need to head over to the Dodge dealership and see if I can get them to reprogram these TPMS sensors so I can get rid of the light. So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. It's crazy because I've had this car for less than a month and I've already put almost 1,200 miles on it. Since I've owned the Hellcat, I have found myself running unnecessary errands that I don't need to run. So I've kind of put a lot of miles on this thing since I've owned it. It's just such a fun car to drive. I just ask that you guys bear with me because it might take me a little while to kind of like get back into the swing of things, get back into the rhythm of vlogging. I haven't done this in over a year and honestly, it feels pretty weird. I feel like I'm losing my virginity for the first time. I also just noticed the beard is looking a little crazy and I don't have a beard brush, so also please ignore that. So the wheels that I ended up picking up for the Hellcat are these 22 by 10.5 inch Belgian VF10s. This is the brushed titanium. Ignore the Lexanis, the tires were already on there. I ended up picking up these wheels for a really good deal. They ended up coming off of an SRT Cherokee. They were only on there for about 3 months. The wheels are in mint condition, but they didn't come with the TPMS sensors, so I got some aftermarket ones. There are a lot of TPMS sensors that once they're in the vehicle will relearn them automatically. However, I ended up getting Schrader TPMS sensors, and for some reason the vehicle just does not want to relearn them. So here we are at Gettle, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, whatever. Let's see if they can help us out. The dealership is pretty booked up until after the holidays, but $150 to reprogram the TPMS sensors. I've tried looking on forums, and unfortunately for this, I cannot find anything online to see if there's a way that I could reprogram them myself. They also said because they're aftermarket, there's no guarantee that they'll even be able to reprogram it, and I would still have to pay regardless. I also ended up talking to them about having my PCM lock. I guess Dodge came out with some sort of update or something 6 months ago video to where you can get the PCM locked so people cannot reprogram their keys to these vehicles. If you guys know anything about Hellcats at all, people got sticky fingers for these. They like to steal them. So I'm going through and of course doing everything that I possibly can to make it so this car doesn't get stolen. You know, God forbid if it does, I do have gap insurance, which is good. I'd rather take all the necessary precautions that I can so it doesn't get stolen. Like I said, they're pretty booked up, so I'll probably end up getting in touch with them after the holidays. I mean, if any of you guys watching know like a workaround so I don't have to pay 150 bucks to get them reprogrammed, yeah, let me know in the comments. For right now, the Hellcat is stock. I went through, I tinted the windows. I did throw on some aftermarket wheels. Ignore the monster truck look. That's only temporary. I have some suspension things coming that are probably going to piss a lot of people off, but I'm doing it anyways. So that'll be here soon. I also have some other goodies on the way as well that I ordered the 29th of November that still haven't shipped yet. The stock exhaust on these does sound pretty good, but it's just not loud enough for me. I ended up placing an order for a Corsa Extreme catback exhaust. I'm hoping and praying that ships this week. And then of course, to help with the supercharger whine to make it a little bit louder, I ended up getting a forged carbon Corsa open box intake. I placed the order for both of those at the same exact time. Neither one of them has shipped yet. It is the holidays. I'm sure a lot of guys are probably asking for exhaust for Christmas, but I am hoping and praying that that ships soon, because once we get the intake, once we get the exhaust, we'll go through, we'll kind of do like some install videos of getting those installed on here. I'm going to end up doing it all myself. I'll probably get Andrew to help me out a little bit. Also, one of the most important modifications that I am going to be doing soon is I need to get rid of these stock brake pads because I just washed these wheels less than a day ago. And look how bad that brake dust is. It's actually terrible. So I do need to get some other brake pads. These stock ones just create the most absurd amount of brake dust known to man. Damn, it really does sound like I spend my entire day smoking cigarettes. I gotta give my voice a break. This is terrible. I sound like a 90-year-old man. Guys, I also don't smoke cigarettes. I just sound like this because I literally yell all day long. The good thing though is these wheels are ceramic coated, so they're pretty easy to clean, but whatever I can do to help this brake dust, I'm definitely gonna do it. That's gonna be getting rid of the stock brake pads. I'm sure you guys also probably saw from the previous clips, I did end up getting the red interior. It is a premium as well, so it does come with the forged carbon accents on the doors and as well as the dash. Also, this was the first thing I went and got after I bought this thing. Uniden R8 radar detector, and this bad boy has already saved my ass more times than I can count. It's also been really windy in Florida, and my Christmas palm tree is constantly tipping over, even with these metal spokes to try holding it down, so I gotta stand that thing back up. But yeah, this is my 2024 Destroyer Gray Hellcat Durango. Make sure you guys are sticking around for the content upcoming. Make sure you guys are picking me up on all other social media platforms to keep up with the short form content, and we're gonna have some fun with this thing.
Several days later.
So after 3 weeks, Santa finally came. This right here is my forged carbon intake from Corsa, and then also we got the Corsa Extreme catback exhaust. Super excited these finally came. I ordered them about 3 weeks ago. I guess everything from Corsa is hand built in Ohio, so they finally shipped everything. We got it today. I'm super excited. We're gonna go ahead and install the intake today, and then I think later on this evening, Andrew's gonna come over and give me a hand installing the exhaust. Alrighty, now that we got the intake unboxed, cold start this bad boy. I'm gonna let let the car warm up. We'll pull it out of the garage. We'll get the intake installed. I'm gonna be honest, even with the stock exhaust on this thing, the stock exhaust still sounds really, really, really good. A little bit of a tight squeeze in the garage, but the stock exhaust does sound really good on this. Once it's warmed up, I'm also gonna give you guys some revs, so that way you can hear how it sounds with the stock intake on. Then we'll go ahead and get the Corsa installed, which I've spoken to a few people. I used to have a JLT intake on my Hellcat Charger. The whine was pretty loud, but I have heard from a couple people that with Corsas, it makes the whine even louder. I'll give you guys a couple revs so you guys can hear the supercharger. We'll go ahead and get this intake installed and see if it makes a difference. So my Pocket 3 ended up dying, which is what I was recording the install content on. Once you have the intake assembled, all you have to do is go ahead and install it. You're using the factory intake mounts, so the heat shield just slides over those. And then of course you have to hook the intake up to the sleeve coming from the throttle body, and then go ahead and tighten all of your T-clamps, and then plug in all your connectors, and it should look something like this. I actually ended up dropping this grommet right here. These are a pain in the ass, so I had to go to Home Depot and pick up a 5/8 grommet. It works, it's not the tightest, but I think it's good enough to get the job done. I literally looked all over in here and could not find the grommet anywhere, of course. And if you guys have ever worked on vehicles, there's nothing worse than dropping like the last part you need to finish something down into the abyss. If you've worked on cars before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So now we're gonna go ahead, start this bad boy up, and hope we don't have a check engine light. And the moment of truth. Or the radar detector. My TPMS light is still going off because I haven't gotten that reprogrammed. So as you guys can see, tire pressure, service tire pressure system. I just have to get those sensors reprogrammed. Was also out of focus, but it looks like, I think we're good. No check engine light yet. So we're gonna let this bad boy warm up, and then I'll give you guys some revs so you can hear the difference. And shout out to Mackenzie who watches my TikTok live stream. She actually ended up sending me this forged carbon license plate frame. So we're gonna go ahead and get this installed as well. I also did end up ordering a custom license plate for the Hellcat. Don't know if it's gonna go through just yet, but if it does, I'll end up showing you guys once that comes in. The only thing is it can take up to 90 days. Good possibility it's gonna get denied, but we'll see what happens. It really is just the simple things that make a world of a difference. Looks so much better actually having a plate frame on there now. So I think right now it's about 7 o'clock, but this whole getting dark shit at 5:30 sucks. We got Daddy Andy here. We got the Corsa Extreme catback exhaust all laid out. This not gonna be too much of a step-by-step install like we did with the intake because I didn't charge up my Pocket 3. Battery's dead. We're going to attempt to take off the stock exhaust and put this on while it's dark outside. This should be fun. Andrew thinks we can do it without jacking up the car. I think he might be delusional, but I also have Pittsburgh jack stands, and if this comes down, if your skinny ass is under it, you're gonna clear it. If my fat ass goes under there, I'm gonna get squashed like a fucking grape. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. So realistically, I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna give you guys a cold start with the stock exhaust on, so that way you guys can hear it outside, and then we'll do another cold start once we have the new exhaust put on. All right, now I'm gonna let that get nice and hot, so when you go to take it off, you burn your hands. It's a little quiet, it doesn't sound too bad. After about 3 hours and 17 hernias later, we finally got the stock exhaust off. I mean, this is a 2024, and for some reason, some shit was rusted. It was a pain in the fucking ass, but we finally got it. Yeah, if we had a lift, I feel like it'd be a little bit easier, but you know, we got a jack and some jack stands and 2 jack offs. All right, well, let's put this in the grass and go ahead and get the new exhaust installed. My neighbors are gonna be pissed. It's like 10 o'clock right now. Should we cold start it without the exhaust on?
Let's do it.
All right, let's see. That's pretty obnoxious. That's pretty obnoxious. Well, I think we finally got it on. Getting the stock exhaust off, we may have bent one of the exhaust pipes, and it looks a little crooked. We might have to do some adjustments on this muffler on this side, but it's really not too bad. I mean, to the naked eye, you really can't tell. Me, I can tell. It's a little fucked up. It's got to go over this way some, but it's been a long night. It's been a long night. We finally got the exhaust on, so let's give this a start up and piss my neighbors off. What time is it?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock? Oh yeah, they're probably gonna be pissed. All right, Corsa Extreme catback exhaust. Here's the startup. Oh, that's gonna piss my neighbors off. Somehow it's louder. It's louder with the Corsa catback than it was with just dumps. Dumps. That's really fucking loud. That's really loud. Oh, shit. Well, howdy, neighbors. Here we go. Piss your neighbors off again. We're going to take it for a drive. It sounds so good.
Oh, it sounds so good.
It does. Once it idles down, it's not too bad. It's still a little noisy.
Dude, it sounds amazing.
Take it easy through the neighborhood. It's fucking cold.
It's nice
out. Turn the fucking heat on.
What temperature is it outside?
58. That's fucking cold.
It's nice. Oh my god.
Now we'll take it easy through the neighborhoods and shit. Once we get out to the main road, we'll let this kitty purr.
Oh my god.
sounds so good. Oh my God, it sounds so good. It's not for everybody.
No.
It's definitely not for everybody, but fuck, I love it.
Roll up the windows. Let's see what it sounds like inside. No drone. No drone.
Like no drone at all, really.
Zero drone.
I'm bricked. My dick is hard. You still won't be able to see it, but I promise it is hard.
Dude, it sounds so nice.
Front K-band.
Do you dare do a launch?
I don't know. Let's see. Hopefully there's no cops. That would suck. You feel all four tires spinning? These tires are ass. These tires are fucking shit. Flex on these. You gotta love them. Better off getting ling-longs, I think.
Ling-longs? Oh my gosh, when it was
Here's
like...
a cop right there. I'm behaving, officer. I promise. Just kidding. I'm full of shit. The downshift sounds so clean now too with the intake.
Yeah.
And the exhaust. There's a lot more whine on the downshifts now than there was before. Well guys, it is officially 2025. This is my first video of the new year. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I haven't seen you guys in so long, but I do appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to come and check out this video. Make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you still have my notifications on. Be on the lookout for more videos in the future. As I mentioned, I'm not going to be vlogging every single day, but I am going to be posting on YouTube again. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for always sticking by me and supporting me. I'm super excited to see what 2025 holds. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all next time.